Hello. In this lesson, I will teach you 10 ways to say how is someone. You probably know hello, how are you, I'm fine, thanks. However, English speakers don't always say how are you, I'm fine, thanks. It's boring and repetitive. Understanding the formal and informal phrases is also important. If you don't know them, maybe you will cause some problems. Actually, in this lesson, I will help you learn 10 ways to use other phrases to help you improve social interaction. So, are you ready? Let's start. Phrase number one is how do you do? How do you do? It's a formal greeting for someone that you haven't met before. For example, I'm Jack Smith. How do you do? I'm Angela Black. So remember, this is formal. Number two is how's it going? How's it going? Also, how are things going? It's an informal way of saying how are you. If you want to be more polite, you must say how are you. So don't say how's it going in a formal and polite situation. Next phrase is how are you doing? Sometimes we say it faster, like how you doing? How you doing? It's a little more casual and friendly than how are you, mostly used in America. So if you go to America and you meet people, you can use this phrase, how are you doing? Or how you doing? How you doing? Number four is how are things? How are things? This is an informal way for how are you. We also say how are things with you or how are things going or how's everything? How's everything? So this is informal. Number five is long time no see. Also, we can say it's been a while. It's been a while. It's a friendly way said when you meet someone who you haven't seen for a long period of time. Especially, we use this phrase when you meet people unexpectedly. Next phrase is how have you been? Most of the students don't know the meaning of this. How have you been? This is similar to how are you, but how have you been is used when you haven't seen someone for a longer time, like several months or longer. And remember, you shouldn't actually answer this with a short word like okay or good. You should give news about your life, and I will teach you how to answer these phrases in the next lesson. Number seven is how are you keeping? How are you keeping is used in actually England mostly. This is British. So it's used to ask if someone feels okay, good, bad, happy, well, etc. For example, how are you keeping, Jill? Oh, pretty well, thanks. Number eight phrase is what's up. What's up means what's happening. Usually people just reply nothing. Most common response, maybe 99% of people say that. Or sometimes we say not much. Informal way of saying what's up is sup or what's up. What's up? For example, sup Alex. Number nine is what's new. What's new also we say what's going on. What's going on? Spoken, especially American English, used as a friendly greeting to mean how are you? You know, we use what's up and what's new. These are some informal ways of asking how are you, which are typically used to casually greet someone you have met before. And the last phrase is what have you been up to lately? What have you been up to lately? It means I haven't seen you for a long time, so tell me what you have been doing. This greeting is informal, and the best answer is I've been verb ing. For example, we say I've been working, I've been going to school, I've been helping my father. And I will teach you how to answer in the next lesson. I will give you more actually phrases. So we learned 10 great ways to say how is someone. Let's repeat them very fast. How do you do? How's it going? How are you doing? How are things? Long time no see. How have you been? How are you keeping? What's up? What's new? What have you been up to lately? Let's use these phrases in some real situations. Here, there is a conversation between two friends who haven't seen each other for a long time, and this is an informal conversation. Sarah says, "Hey Robin, how have you been?" And Robin says, "Hey Sarah, I've been okay. How's it going, Sarah?" How's it going? Which is an informal way to say, how are you? Here, there is another conversation between a doctor and Mr. Jackson, and this is formal. So the doctor says, "Good morning, Mr. Jackson. How do you do?" And Mr. Jackson says, "Good morning. Very well. Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you." Do you remember? We use how do you do for the first time when we meet people, and this is formal. And here there's a conversation between Jack and Dan, informal conversation. "Hi Dan, how are things with you?" And Dan says, "Hey Jack, long time no see. What's new? What's new?" Which means how are you, but this is informal and mostly used in America. What's new? Informal conversation between Alex and Mrs. Johnson. "Hello, Mrs. Johnson. How are you today?" "Hello, Alex. Very well, thank you. How's life?" So guys, remember there is a difference between hello, hi, and hey. We use hello just for formal situation, and we use hi in a friendly and casual way when we meet our friends, and we use hey for the people who you have already met before. And in the next lesson, I will teach you 10 great ways to say how you are. Most of the students say I'm fine, but it's boring. Let's change it.